AMD Zen 5 Flagship, the Ryzen 9 9950X 16-core CPU, has leaked out. Performance benchmarks show strong multi-thread chip. AMD's flagship Ryzen 9 9950X 16 cores and 5 desktop CPU has leaked out, giving us a new look at the performance of this beast. The AMD Ryzen 9 9950X 100,000,000,1277 CPU is the flagship offering with 2 Zen 5 CCDs and a single IOD. The CPU offers 16 cores, 32 threads, a base clock of 4.3 GHz, and a max boost clock of up to 5.7 GHz. It comes with 80 MB of cache, 64 MB L3 plus 16 MB L2, and has a TDP of 170 watts. Now in terms of clock speed, while the boost clock is identical to the Ryzen 9 7950X, the base clock is slightly dialed down by -200 MHz, but we can expect a lot of efficiency coming out of this flagship product, especially in terms of multi-threaded performance. The leak comes from the same user who has been testing the AMD Ryzen 9000 Zen 5 desktop CPUs on the Asus ROG Crossrex 670 Hero motherboard, but this benchmark run is said to be running a single-channel memory configuration which can lead to drastically lower performance. The testbed is listed with 32 GB of DDR5 6000 memory, 2-channel. Regardless, the CPU topped out at 5.73 GHz, which is slightly above its boost clock, and we might be looking at a non-PBO run, which could explain the performance here. The following articles cover the rest of the leaked scores for the Ryzen 9000 desktop CPUs. Coming to the performance figures, the AMD Ryzen 9 9950X 16 cores and 5 desktop CPU scored 3,359 points in the single-core and 20,550 points in the multi-core tests in Geekbench 6. Compared to the Ryzen 9 7950X, the Ryzen 9 9950X scored a 14% lead in the single-core test and a 7% lead in the multi-core test. Versus the Ryzen 9 9900X 12-core CPU, the 16-core chip is slightly slower in the single-core tests but ends up 4% faster in the multi-core tests. Once again, this shows that there's something wrong with the testing methodology here, as the 9950X has 33% more cores and should post a much higher multi-threaded result. Compared to the Intel Core i9-14900KS and Core i9-14900K, the AMD Ryzen 9 9950X 16 cores and 5 desktop CPU does end up faster in single-core tests but lags slightly behind the 14900KS while coming close to the 14900K. We still believe that the proper results should at least get the 9950X ahead of the 14900K release, so we advise our readers to wait for more results and to check out the reviews on. They are available later this month. AMD's Ryzen 9 9950X is going to be a strong multi-threaded chip based on the Zen 5 architecture once it launches. We have heard that it will offer some impressive gaming performance versus the Ryzen 9 7950X and the Intel Core i9 offerings while delivering some insane efficiency. Once again, the AMD Ryzen 9000 Zen 5 desktop CPUs, including the Ryzen 9 9950X 16-core, hit retail shelves later this month on the AM5 platform, so stay tuned for some action.